Greetings. Thanks once again for checking in with Tesla Fan Insight. Today's video focus is a concept that in Silicon Valley that's called campus anxiety syndrome and Tesla. Bonjour, wie geht's? Wie steht's noch immer auf zwei Beinen? Zdravstvuyte. Guten Tag. Buongiorno. This is Greg for Tesla Fan Insight. My talk today focuses on the fact that about a month ago, this is mid-May of 2017, there was a story that was done by the Wall Street Journal, and the story focused on the fact that if you visit Tesla's headquarters in Palo Alto, California, you'd be really surprised to find that there's a huge parking problem both at the main manufacturing plant as well as at the headquarter location in a place called Stanford Research Park. So I was amazed by this article, and there are 3 points that sort of jumped off to me. The first point was, how could the Wall Street Journal be doing a story on the parking situation of any company, including Tesla? And I've been reading the Wall Street Journal for 30 years plus, and I'd never seen an article written about whether parking was good or bad at any company. This sort of triggered in my mind taking time to sort of figure out what this was all about, both from the company side and the Wall Street Journal side. So from the Wall Street Journal side, the primary discussion item there, and why it made front page news, was the fact that there are a lot of entities waiting to find out if Tesla is about to go bankrupt. And there are signs that a company is mismanaged. And one of those signs might be the fact that they actually can't figure out their own parking problem. So I have to admit that on first encounter, when I went there a year ago, I was shocked to see how hard it was to find a parking space, and that the footprint of the building, I guess it's 2 stories tall, but it's about the size of 3 sort of Tesla showrooms put together would cover 1 floor of that building. So there's a lot of cars battling, there's a lot of people in a very small space. What this brings up is a concept that was shared with me 20 years ago in Silicon Valley, and it's called the campus syndrome. What the campus syndrome is associated with is the fact that many startup companies start in very small spaces with 8 to 10 people. They then, if their idea starts to move, they then systematically move to larger and larger spaces that are reflective of sort of what the company is about, and its success sort of is illustrated by the quality of the surroundings they're seeing. And in theory, this is a little bit like what happens on the East Coast in terms of big companies wanting to have ornate, headquarters that show that they're a large and successful company. In Silicon Valley, though, the problem that's popped up is that many companies that have gotten to the stage of a really beautifully designed campus, when they design and then move into the campus, there's often a phenomenon where they're cursed to find their stock price goes down dramatically at that point. So part of the problem is certainly that there's costs related to these beautiful facilities. The other part to the discussion is the fact that your employees are no longer in that fight for everything you can mode. They're really trying aggressively to find success as a company. And the issue is, how do you maintain that sense of energy, effort, everything possible to be success once you're a large company sitting in a beautiful facility? Every company hasn't suffered the curse, but many have. And given that this is Elon Musk's second large Silicon Valley startup, I think he's very familiar with how this worked. So there's been no effort by Tesla to put capital into buildings that show off the success of the company. And I think that the success they've enjoyed articulates this. I think that they're going to be forced to move from a fire code hazard situation, too many people in one place, will eventually just literally force them out of the space. But it's one thing to be forced out, and another thing to spend the money, management time, etc., to make the change in location that's associated with really, demonstrating a facility that the marketplace or the market or outside observers will observe as being, hey, this is a great company that's going to survive a long time because they have a beautiful facility. And by the way, the last sort of big company to suffer the campus curse was Yahoo. After they built their brand new headquarters in Sunnyvale, their stock price dropped by 70–80% in a 6 to 8 month period. So I think this makes sense why he's doing this. And I thought it was an interesting subtext, because you will be hearing and seeing video of the facilities that Tesla is providing for consumers, which tend to be glamorous and really well done, or for employees, which tend to be kind of cramped and not looking terrific, high spend. And it's a very deliberate move to sort of maintain a certain level of intensity among employees. Thanks for taking time out to watch. This is Greg for Tesla Fan Insight. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. À tout à l'heure. Tschüss, Max gut. Hoda Hafez, Lahitraot. Hoda Hafez. I've already gone through that one. Have a great day and look forward to our next conversation.